Chapter 27, The Gaia Express, A Trip to Planet Earth. To believe that there is nothing after you die is just as absurd as to believe that there was nothing before you got born. I rest my case.
Last call! Last call!
Thousands of them were about to leave on one of the most incredible voyages, a voyage past the boundaries of time, past the boundaries of space. Tens of thousands had flocked around. They were waving them out, wishing them the best, wishing them to succeed in their mission. And what a beautiful mission it was. They had it all going for them. Into the world of time and space they were leaving, towards the lower energy planes as so many had done before them. But times were changing now. Here, in the world beyond time and space, everybody knew what was going on. Yes, the times were changing indeed. Everybody knew it. The energies were rising. The energies on the physical plane were rising.
Last call! Last call!
A last goodbye. A mixture of sadness and happiness. Those who were about to leave wouldn't be back before a lifetime had gone by. Yet how wonderful their mission promised to be. They would be born in these exceptional times, to live on the physical plane, to help the energy levels rise, if they could. Many of them were to be sent, but how many would remember once they were there? A whistle sounded through the night, a last sharing of loving warmth, more than just a farewell, a moment of hope, a deep mutual understanding of what was about to happen. Then the train started to move. From the astral platform, those who stayed behind saw the train moving away to leave in the distance, and the further it got, the more it took form. Before long, it would be a real train now. A train from metal and steel, no different from any other train in the physical world. From the train, those who had left took a last look back to wave their loved ones goodbye. They saw the astral platform as it slowly blended into the surroundings. It was as if the platform and their soulmates gradually became invisible. They all knew the platform wasn't really disappearing. It was still there on the astral level, only visible to those living on a higher vibration level. The train gathered speed. All those on the train had gone silent now. They had prepared themselves for a long time for this voyage. They all knew for themselves where they had to get off, who they would live with. They had made their choices based upon the mission they wanted to experience, upon what they wanted to accomplish, too. Some had chosen to go and live in areas of poverty, others in places of raging war. Others still had chosen for the more peaceful regions, these places where there was no hunger, no war. The last group surely had not chosen the easiest way. For them, the recalling would be the hardest. They all had their own mission, their own intentions, their own set of experiences they wanted to live. But they all had a deeper underlying purpose, too, and that purpose was the same for them all. They all intended to help rise the vibration on the planet Gaia, for they all knew that, more than ever before, the times were ideal. The train by now had fully materialized. All of the souls on it knew they were about to embark in the new world. There was no sound, as they were all in deep meditation. Within this meditation, they went home one last time, for a final goodbye to the ones they loved. Already their memories had started to fade. Only in meditation could they still heighten the vibration to a level to make contact with those who stayed behind. But the closer they came to the physical level, the more their vibration levels slowed down, the more their memories faded. A last goodbye. The train stops. We are in the present now.
Come on, you, get out! Do you think we've got all day?
The noises, the pain, the bright light. It all felt like a heavy weight. Indeed, they had arrived into the physical plane. A final astral thought. My, what a world! What confusion! I hope I can make it in here. I hope I will remember enough to make it all come through. Then a final call. A call out to the ones who stayed behind. Take care of me. Help me. Help me to fulfill my mission. Help me to remember. Then, as the slowness of the physical hit them with full strength, they forgot where they came from. From now on, it was up to them. Shaoni had been listening to the story the wizard just finished telling him. He felt that every question had just been answered, yet he had the feeling of 1,000 questions roaring inside. Flashes came back about all the things he had experienced and all the things the wizard had told him in the past few months. He thought about the drop of water and felt the love of the ocean. Then he recalled the love of the girl he had met beyond the boundaries of matter, and how he had seen the beauty of the people present, as they really were. A second later his mind flashed back to these healing fields of colors the wizard had brought him to, and how he had witnessed that all was connected. Oh, what beauty he had lived! Yes, he understood he was part of this bigger world. This world driven by pure, loving energy, an energy of unconditional love. His mind now returned to the train leaving the astral platform, and to those who stayed behind. Shaoni understood these beings weren't somewhere else. They were always around, just a frequency away, helping him, guiding him. Once again, as so often before, a new insight was born. A new door had opened. He understood. He had come with that same train. Shivers ran over his back, then all over his body. I was on that train too, wasn't I? Shaoni said to the wizard. It wasn't a question. Shaoni simply knew. Then, from deep within, came an even deeper understanding. I was one once. One with them all, he thought. And you still are, resonated an answer in his head. Yes, Shaoni said. Then he cried. He cried, sad for what he had left behind, happy for remembering. Later that evening, the wizard came up to the boy and said, Tonight, my boy, just before falling asleep, go to your center and imagine. Imagine yourself reaching out to once again make contact with this world. Contact those you left behind. Feel their love resonating through you. Feel the knowledge resonating in each and every one of your cells. Remember being on that train.